When I was young, about 5 or 6 years old, I had warts on my fingers. That essentially thrusted me into school with there being something wrong with me. There was this leper archetype. I was unwanted. I was undesirable. Kids made fun of me. I really had no idea what to do with that. Unbeknownst to me at the time, that was the beginning of my victim mentality. For the next 20 years, I was a victim. I was bullied. I was teased. I sat alone in lunch. People threw food at me. Girls humiliated and ridiculed me. It sucked. That led me to, on one hand, I got into very nerdy things, anime, computers, design. That allowed me to actually learn technology and computers that later on I used to build a software company. But before that happened, as I was a teenager, I was really depressed. In fact, I was near suicidal and near homicidal. I was really angry and really hurt. I fantasized about going into school and having revenge violently. I fantasized about ending my life. I reached a point, probably around 17 years old, where it was either I do whatever it takes to figure this out, how to be happy, how to make friends, how to have girls like me, or I end it. The long story short of it is that honestly I was too afraid, too scared to end it, to seek revenge. So I said, I guess I got to do whatever it takes to figure this out. That literally set me on a journey from about 17 years old into self-help, personal development. I learned about dating, social dynamics, sexuality, relationships. Then I learned about healing, learned about therapy, got into alternative medicine, alternative health, holistic healing. At the same time, I was also getting into entrepreneurship. At 18 years old, I wrote a particle and physics engine that created special effects. I was not only trying to figure this out and not hate myself, not feel lonely, not feel like a loser, but to also learn how to build a business. I had no mentors. I had nobody in my family knew anything about entrepreneurship. I'm literally learning how to code as I go. I'm learning how to do a business as I went. Eventually, I realized there were things internally that affected me and my business. I was coming up against limiting beliefs. I was coming up against fears that were affecting the money I could make in my business. That led me more on this journey of personal development and transformation. After 8 years of reading all the books, going to the seminars, doing all the modalities, getting into spirituality, doing plant medicines, men's groups, I ended up being published. I created a course for a company called Mind Valley called Holistic Sex, about bringing sexuality and spirituality together. I was like, this is incredible. I actually did it. My name is next to these people that I studied 5 years ago. And then 3 months later, I was homeless. I was very confused, very disoriented, very poor, very broke, and wondering how was it that after doing all of this healing work, learning all of this stuff around spirituality, all these secrets to the universe, having a 6-figure business, how is it that I'm still stuck despite everything I've done? How is it that I'm homeless twice after all of this success? That led me to this embodiment work, where eventually through mentors and various other friends and people, I got feedback and realized that just because I knew all this stuff up here didn't mean it was in here. The things in my mind, the image I had of myself, this persona that I had, oh, I'm successful, I'm cool, I'm good with women, all this bullshit, that didn't translate into my body. And when I mean my body, I literally mean my body. The way that my hands moved, the way that I walked through the space, the way that I was looking around me, interfacing with others, that did not match the image in my mind. I saw for myself, in my own body, on video, my narcissism, my manipulation, my ego, my suffering, my shame, my fears. I saw all of this play through my own body. And that journey of healing and facing all of that shadow material head on through my body rather than my head has led me to where I'm at now. I wrote an award-winning best-selling book. I have a wonderful girlfriend. I'm out of suffering. I'm making plenty of money. I'm not homeless. I'm doing what I love and reaching tens of thousands of people and helping my clients do the same at very high levels. The work that I do now is all a reflection of my own journey and what I've learned that made the difference between thinking I know what I know and actually embodying it, living it.